All right, so we got Rob Lucci's Awakening. Vegapunk pointed out that zones usually lose their awareness, I guess, right? When they awaken. But I mean, I think Luffy disproved that even though Luffy has a special devil fruit, so I don't think Luffy really counts. Like Lucci actually has like I'll say more of a pure zone devil fruit, like more of a like your average zone devil fruit. So to me, he kind of represents what it means to be a zone more than like Luffy. You know what I mean? Because his zone is more relatable to your average zone devil fruit, where Luffy's is a little weird, right? Like his is, it has like Prometheus properties, but it's just a little weird, right? So, what do you guys think of the
Hmm.
Awakening? Start with Cube. What did you think about the Awakening, man? Like this whole Awakening moment.
I know I liked it. I do like the style, and I like the black clouds around it, which is it kind of makes me like it because during his fight with Luffy and his lobby fight, and he's using that technique life return, which was basically using being a master of your own body,
Mm-hmm.
which is a very similar to awakening. It does seem like it does make sense now when you see him that he was basically on the verge, maybe at one point getting to awakening level, and that move maybe helped him to reach it. So
All
yeah,
right.
it's all full circle. It actually confirms what Elias were saying back in the day with that scene, that panel.
Okay. Uh, Angel, what's your thoughts on Not I was about to say Gear Fifth Lucci. what's your what's your thoughts on Lucci's Awakened Zone?
It makes me curious on it made me curious about like what he's been doing to be able to reach this form. That's it.
Probably been fighting, man. He's a CP0 agent. You know, ain't no rest for them. They probably always out there working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would expect he's been training. I'm pretty sure when he lost to Luffy, I'm pretty sure he that's been on the back of his mind because has he even lost until he fought Luffy? I don't think he's
I'm pretty
lost.
sure.
I don't think he lost at that point.
Yeah.
So I think after being defeated from by Luffy, it might have motivated him to train. So if he ever met Luffy again, like he was training for this moment that he's in right now. He's literally been training for it.
Hmm. I can
And
think
most
of
likely
like.
his haki must have gotten also stronger at that moment. He was on the verge of death after Luffy's fight
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
as well.
Yeah. Joy Boy.
Yeah, that was.
So yeah, I think the whole design is pretty sick. I like it, but what Shaka said about like awakened Zoans not being able to like control themselves or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I was thinking, like the closer that the person that ate the fruit has synergy with like the animal that it is, I wonder if that what allows them to like awaken easier. Because I mean, before Lucci even ate the fruit, he was pretty ruthless,
Yeah.
like on his first mission or whatever. So I think like just his mindset and like the primitive mindset of the leopard or whatever, they kind of mesh well together. And
Yeah.
like the same thing goes for Luffy and the nature of the sun god fruit.
I think we could learn that in like kind of what you said about like meshing well with the. I think we could learn that if we got like a flashback of Chopper his training, because when we look at Monster Point, that I would say Monster Point is probably an awakening. It is probably Chopper's full awakening. It's just forced, right? From what we see is he eats the Rumble Ball and he forces it. But Because when we see Monster Point, like especially back in his lobby, he went full animalistic, like full ballistic, full on animal, right? Full on rage, lost all control. And that kind of fits what it means to be an awakening zone, right? Like you, or at least what we knew, especially back in Impel Down and everything, that they kind of lose their sense of self and they just become more animalistic. And so I think if we learn how Chopper was able to control it, I think that would give us an answer. To me, for somebody like Luffy, Luffy has a sun god Nika, like that's his own devil fruit. It's not like when I look at Nika, I don't see like an animal. I don't see like a wild, untamed beast. It just Nika was a being, right? A being who laughed, and even Luffy kind of act like that. He's just laughing like Nika and just all that. But Nika's more tamed or more calm than an animal, so I think Luffy kind of lucked up. He don't have to worry about that aspect, I guess. A fight in that nature, that beastly nature of a zone, because he doesn't have like a beast type zone. Like I think
mean, neither does Chopper, because it's just a normal Hito Hito.
that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. But Chopper is a reindeer. That he's like a beast that ate a human fruit. So
And
yeah, I
that
guess
makes me.
go ahead, Angel.
I was gonna say, you see, the fact that you say this, it makes me curious on like how Luffy would behave if he wasn't able to handle his zone mentally.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean that's a good point with Chopper. I don't really know. Like maybe I didn't even think about. For some reason, I was kind of like looking at Chopper as having like a reindeer devil fruit. I forgot he's actually a reindeer with a human devil fruit.
It also seeing this mythical zone awakening. It also makes me curious on you see how he says he has paramecia. He can do paramecia type stuff with his awakening. It also makes me curious on like what other like Marco or Kaido. I wonder what they would be able to do if they had their awakenings.
Yeah. I mean, unless we find out that Chopper doesn't have a normal Hito Hito, like let's say he had like a Hito Hito no Me version, Bigfoot or something, you know what I mean? Virgin model Sasquatch or something, because he don't look human. Like what is Chopper's human form? And tell me how close a human does he look like? He doesn't look very human at all.
So, I mean, the thing is his nose.
Say what?
His nose,
No, yeah.
it's always blue.
Yeah, there was something one of y'all said about that I meant to bring back up, but I kind of forgot what it was. I think it was Angel said it, but I don't even remember. Uh, but yeah, so oh yeah, I remember what it was. So Rob Lucci, has that flame cloak or like it's kind of like a scarf, kind of like same thing that Gear 4 Luffy has. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's up with that? Like all of a sudden, is this like a zone specific thing? Like a zone awakening where you get like that little scarf, little flame scarf? And when you look at Lucci, his hair looked very flamish. It looked like a flame. What was you saying, Joy Boy?
I was gonna say, like, if you remember, like, Shirahoshi and Otohime, they have the same thing, like in with in mythology, like a lot of like the deities end up having that cloud scarf around them.
But why do Lucci have one though?
Gotcha. Because like Oda didn't change the name of his fruit, so it's still just the
Yeah,
But
like
also,
it.
but
Cute.
I think it's a whole. Sorry, Blanc, I'll let you finish.
Nah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think it's the whole Japanese folklore where a god, somebody who has god power doesn't get it because he received god power. You become your true self. The stronger you mature in body, spirit, and mind, the more you become you reach God tier. So I think it also make reference to that.
Mm.
Like he went to awakening, and at that level, he had those flame clouds that appeared in a way. With different colors than Luffy because he's a different type. I don't know. Maybe it could be that.
So you think it could be something exclusive to Awakenings?
Yeah,
Like
I think so.
maybe
Like,
Zone Awakenings?
yeah, because even though Luffy in Awakening he didn't have like those same clouds, it's inside the clouds is the same shape as how his eyebrows took. Same thing as a bit like Sanji's. So I do think it has to be something about the will. The will has changed in a way.
Yeah, I mean, to me, yeah, it is weird, I guess. But, and his seems to be like more like flames than clouds. Well, Luffy's are clouds. Well, his seems to be flames, but I don't know.
Don't Kaido have those? Luke Kaido?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had
he has
those
his.
in his
I
like
have to find the
dragon
picture.
form,
Yeah, in his dragon form.
but
His
never in
hybrid
his
form.
never in his hybrid.
Kaido hybrid form, and I'll send it. I think I can find it.
Stan says, so far we don't know why Lucci has the cloud around him. Oda has to explain that because even Yamato has one. And as far as we know, she is not awakened because it has never stated in the manga. And every time someone uses awakening, we are told that that person is awakened. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's Lucci is an odd case because it makes sense for like mythical zones to have those. Like Yamato, Luffy, maybe Sengoku. But I don't think Sengoku does. I don't remember him having it over his Buddha. Kaido to a degree, but Lucci though, it's just a normal average zone. So I don't get why. Like maybe for normal zones to get those, they have to be awakened for like, and not only awakened but not like wild, right? Like they can't lose control, right? Because think about it. Those are very, it's like a lot of the deity devil fruits have those things, right? So it's like you have to have some level of spiritual awakening to get those. Like your devil fruit has to be a spiritual devil fruit, and you have to have some spiritual awakening or whatever. Maybe Lucci has achieved, maybe the fact that he's able to keep his sanity, right? His, like not go wild, not go furrow and everything. Maybe in order for him to hold his sanity, he had to achieve some level of spiritual awakening or whatever, like within himself in order to keep that sanity. And that's and in achieving that, maybe that's how he was able to gain that little scarf. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the only explanation I could really come up with, or that's the best explanation I could come up with. I don't really know how else to attack that though.
I think.
Huh?
Never mind.
All right, Joy Boy, you got anything else?
I was just gonna say, like the scarf would definitely be more likely zone exclusive because we didn't see one appear on Dofi or Cat,
Nope.
so
Yeah.
I also don't think it's something you get from awakening because we've seen people like what's her name, Yamato and Luffy with those clouds before awakening. I mean, maybe
But yeah,
Yamato's awakening, but
but that's why I said because they have mythical zone devil fruits, so they're already they already have special devil fruits, to where it's like
yeah,
they have like
as a mythical
they have like
deity.
deity type devil fruits, right? Like zones. Where I would say somebody like Lucci, who has a regular, like when if like a normal animal is like I kind of look at like awakening as like some level of a ascension, right? It's like an ascension, you know. So if you have like a jaguar devil fruit, maybe awakening is kind of like you're closer to like the jaguar god or something, you know what I mean? Like you're like the god of that animal, you know what I mean? So if like and I know I'm just spitballing right now. I'm just kind of like throwing stuff,
Yeah,
just throwing shit at a wall right now. But
I mean,
like
to
if
me,
let's say you had like let's say if you had like a dog devil fruit, awakening would like make you not just like a normal dog. You would be kind of an ascended level of a dog, right? Because you're awakened. So now you became almost like a dog god or something. You know what I mean? You're almost making a normal devil fruit mythical by awakening it. You know what I'm saying? You're
yeah, yeah, I go with the same, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's awakening. I feel like it's something else because there's other mythicals who
what
don't
else could
have
it
that.
be though?
I don't know.
That's the
We'll have to
question.
wait.
What else could it be? You
I know we'll
know,
have to wait.
I, I mean, I
We can't
don't
come.
know what else devil fruits could do. You know what I mean? To
I
where it
don't know.
could
I
be
don't know.
something else.
That's why we gotta wait for an answer. You know.
But all I'm saying is this happened during his awakened state.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean,
I'm just saying based on what we got, it has to be whatever happened for him to get that. It has to be connected with him being awakened somehow.
this is our first time seeing. No, this is our first time seeing him transform
Yeah,
like this.
yeah, but he's
So
never ever had it in any other state other than his awakened state. So just
that is
by
true.
law of deduction, you got to kind of say it has to be related to an awakening. And I'm
So,
talking for Lucci specifically. For Lucci
oh, okay.
specifically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.